Hey Virgo, welcome to Tourmaline Tarot. We're going to do your major issue for April. I'm sorry, let me get some multivite oil. Stuff is great. Just a little rub. Dabble, do ya? Okay, forgot to put that on before. Not bad, but this is good. Alright, smells good too. Alright, major issue. What we do is we pull from just the majors to get your themes for life, for relationships, career, and we clarify with a whole deck. So what is Virgo up to? You want two more. Alright, make it a good one. Oh yeah. Alright. So, Virgo. General, we have Tower. Don't get upset. We haven't even gotten there yet. Strength, relationships, and career. And I say career, this could be anything you do that is your prosperity or etc. You have the Empress. I'm sorry, the Emperor. Emperor. So, what are our challenges? Empress. She was coming out. Over the Tower in general. We have the Hierophant over strength as the challenge for relationships. And then we have the Hermit, there you are, over the challenge in career. When I say career, like I said, it's the whole kit and caboodle. So if we're going to read this cold, not clarifying yet, Tower and Empress, right? Okay, Tower is coming out hard. It's change time. It's start of the astrological, year, etc. with Aries. But Tower, redo, like revamp, refresh. And with the challenge with the Empress, it's not necessarily a challenge. It's more so the Empress is the bringing it out, the making this happen. She's the mother card. So what are you giving birth to? Not literally. It doesn't have to be literally. But, what are you bringing out into the world? What are you debuting? What is coming out? And there might be, you might have to revamp before you can get to the bringing it out part. So then looking at relationships, you have strength crossed by the Hierophant. I don't really see that as so much of a challenge, but I think your strength is how are you going to do things right? How are you going to, make these commitments? How are you going to make these, agreements with people? I was going to say, like soul contracty stuff. How are you working out this stuff with the people that you're having relationships with? And are you being kind of like with the strength, there's that taming, that inner, like, rah, taking your inner rah and being like, you need to chill for a hot second. So with the Emperor, that's kind of that boss energy. There might be a little bit of like, get a load of me. But with the Hermit crossing that, it's more of like, I don't really want to do that. Can I like just, you do me? Like, I don't want to have to put on this persona of acting like I have it all together or feeling like I'm really strong or you're always making these decisions. Like, why can't I just kind of pull back a little bit? So there is like a restraint energy going on because just pointing out this guy's a lion in this deck and she's taming the lion. So there's that kind of duality of like, taming your roar, even if you're not like a Leo. So we're going to pull just a whole Rider-Waite deck and clarify each one of these. Rider-Waite-Smith, my bad. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, give me one good. Nope, that wasn't it. Wasn't it? That's better. Okay. So, Fool. Come on, go. You got this new start. The Justice. You're getting the majors all on their own. I'm sorry. With the Tower. You have the full Justice in the Tower coming out in the string. So yeah, you want to start, you're making the decision, you're pulling it down. We'll clarify a touch more, figure out exactly what's going on. Relationships, you have strength on strength with 5 of Cups. There might have been something that you in the past kind of regret, and you're trying to maybe just, no, we're not gonna do it with the Hierophant. So I love when the cards just start like, I said what I said. So if we're looking at career, you have the King of Cups, nice and balanced. The, you know, 8 of Swords. There's that, like, for me, that's like obligation, control. You know, she can walk away from that anytime, but at the same time, it's like, no, I'm bound to obligation and duty and judgment. So yeah, you're being very discerning. There's a very big element of like control. I'm hearing Janet Jackson's Control. Now I'm all grown up. It's the part of the song I'm focusing on. All right, so you want to go. So Justice is, for me, is like the human version of the Judgment card. So you're just trying to do the right thing and hoping that the universe catches up and sees it. It's like, you know, no, I got a gold star on doing the right thing. Like, you know, could I get a little payback here? Like, could I get, you know, the lollipop or whatever, you know, teachers in elementary school would give you as a reward. But with the strength, the 5 of Cups, and the Hierophant, I'm just pointing out that there's 5s there. You kind of regret the way something might have happened in the past, or there's something that you're just like, that should have gone differently. And so if I just control it, maybe that'll work. So you're really trying to focus on doing things the right way. If it's not right, you might be, I'm not going to say heavy-handed, but you might be quick to be like, you, out. You, no. Yes. Very like, with that Justice. Because you're moving. And the Tower is just like, nope. 3 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like if there's anything that was like a distraction, or, because I was wondering, you know, what is leaving? Like, what is this tower getting ripped down? Too many players on the field, too many things distracting you, go into what feels good versus what you should be doing. Bye. So give me, I want one more on that 3 of Cups. It's too many. Give me one more. 3. All right, 4 of Wands wanted to come out. It didn't commit though. All right. So 7 of Cups. You're not quite sure exactly which cup you're going to go with, but with the 3 of Pentacles, you are going to work on it, even if it feels like there's a burden. There's almost like you're trying to find the virtue in the sacrifice. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you're just like, if I work hard enough, if I do this hard enough, you know, the right way, this, I will get there, and this will be rewarded. So we're going to go on to the relationship Emperor wanted to pop out. We're going to see exactly what is Virgo trying to do with the right thing. Huh. Relationship-wise, you have the Devil and the King of Wands. You're trying to just not go with the, you know, the Good Time Charlie. You're trying to not, and it could be a Charlize. It can be a chick too. You're just trying to kind of shake that energy of like, oh, this is fun. Oh, this will be a good time. So that's like the antithesis of the Hierophant there. So, in career, what is trying to happen here? The 5 of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles. There is this like, you're going to get the bag, you're going to get what you want, and, you know, you'll be darned. Because that Ace of Pentacles, it's like you're not going to be denied. It's like when you're in a group project and you're the only one that does all the work because you just don't want these other slackers taking you down. That's that kind of energy. You're like, all right, losers, I'll do everything. So what is Virgo? All right, let's talk about this. What can Virgo do in the career part? What can Virgo do? Nine of Cups. To get what you want, there is this dude being like, these are my cups, don't touch my cups. So there is getting what you want, but there is kind of a, I was going to say smugness. There's not a smugness, but there is kind of like a protection, like, please don't touch my cups. I've arranged these cups just the way I want these cups to be. Hands off. So yeah, there is that kind of like, all right, I will carry all you people. Okay, I will carry all you. Yeah. So, I want to go back to this. What can Virgo do relationship-wise? It's too many. What can Virgo do relationship-wise? Okay. You want to be judicious if you're going to be getting it in. I'm sorry. I know that's a crass way to say it, but if you're going to be dealing with these people, just make sure they know what they're getting or what you're giving. And if it is just a good time Charlie, just give them enough. You know, if you're going to be parking at a parking meter, you don't put money in for more time than you'll be there, right? You know, don't pay for 2 hours when you just need 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying. So, we're going over to Oracle deck. We're going to get the practical on each one of these things. All right. 1, 2. The one's 5. 1, good one. Oh, yeah. Okay. Snake. Tower. Not tower like tarot tower, but quite frankly, you got tower. Crossroads. We'll talk about in a second. You got the wine, you got the ship, and you got the anchor. Key, mice, and fox. Okay? Let's talk about it. So, snake, tower, crossroads. Snakes know when to strike. They know, they rattle, they let you know they're there, but they're like, don't bother me. Because the tower in this is all about commitments and contracts and kind of real practical stuff. This is almost Hierophant-y energy with that whole like commitments, jobs, careers, etc. And it puts you at a crossroads. I think you're waiting. There's an element of defensiveness. I don't get the jealousy aspect with it being by the tower. So there is like you're trying to figure out which is the best decision. We'll clarify that a touch more in a sec. Looking at the wine, the ship, and the anchor, you can have a good time. The wine's about having a good time. It's a little on the superficial level, but what you really want is that grounded. So like have a good time, but don't let it hold you back. Like don't get stuck in that because you do want more. So, Mr. or Mrs. right now is okay too, but the clock is ticking. Set the egg timer. Over here you have the key, the mice, and the fox. Now this is where that bide in your time thing kind of comes in. You have the key, which is like you're waiting for the key. You're waiting for that unlock portion of it. The mice is kind of like an annoyance card because one mouse might not be that bad, but a bunch of them, it turns into like a nightmare. Like a horror movie. But the fox knows how to hunt and knows how to wait. It's gonna get there. Just stay quiet. Remember how I said, there's kind of like a hush energy around it, like you just want to kind of figure things out. Take that time to do it, but keep your eyes peeled because there might be an opportunity popping up. So if you feel a certain way, if you want to pop off with that 5 of Swords, just shh. Okay, Virgo? Hermit it up for a second and just kind of chill, bring it down a level. I want to find out what this is. It's too many. Over here in general. The scythe. Yeah, so you're kind of waiting to reap what you sow. The scythe is also, you cut off stuff. You have to cut the wheat down to be able to harvest it, right? So you're waiting for that tower, cut it down, bring in the good stuff, right? Like you've grown a certain thing. You're waiting for the harvest time. With the bear. You're being protective of it, but it is kind of like a financial thing too. You might, you know, mama bear it. You might be overseeing it pretty hard. Relationship, we'll clarify this in a hot second. The Whip. Like I said, this is the sassy card, but this is my having a, you know, good time. You know what I mean? But this is also, you know, being kind of disciplined. There's that Hierophant thing. You know, it's being discerning about what's right, what's wrong for you. You might not know, but you might have a good time finding out. In the career, let's find out. Yeah, you're waiting for something to break. You're waiting for something to crack because you have the Broken Mirror, which is like kind of like a Hanged Man-y energy, the Fire, and the Bouquet. You're waiting for that offer to come in because someone kind of like gets an epiphany. There's some kind of like opening. Here's your chance. And normally I don't say this is a chance card because I view it more as perspective. But once a mirror breaks, you can't put it back together. So there is a before and there's an after. There's a change. And you're kind of waiting for that. You're waiting for your window. Get the foot in the door. And then you can finally get this bouquet, which is the offer biz. So, you got a lot going on, Virgo. April's going to be busy for you. Now we're going to go to the crystal deck and get a reading off that. Find a good stoner crystal that you can keep in mind for April. Alright, one more. It wants Verisite. This one like never comes out. So you have Perceptive, Virtuous, Timeless. So drawing this card signifies a need to still be open. Be still and open to understanding and being true to the self. Release pretense and pretensions and let your inner self shine out. Yeah, so just watch your roar. Watch your bark, but don't bite. I'm not calling you a dog, but you know what I mean. Temper your mojo a touch. But when it comes, it's go. It's go time. So I do just want one more. So that's Verisite. What else can we say? 1, 2, 3. You got Apophyllite. I love this one. This is Release, Attunement, and Astral Travel. Drawing this card indicates it's time to let go of whatever is holding you back or down. Consider your life carefully. What can you let go in order to move onwards and upwards towards your potential? All right, so Apophyllite and Verisite. That's what I have for you for April, Virgo, and I will talk to you in a little bit.